I got this great pitch. It was very R. That was the movie that I intended and tried to make. Was a very R-rated, irreverent story about the biggest industry for women. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I was like, there's a huge audience for this, and I think women are ready to can make fun of ourselves, like, you know, guys in Wedding Crashers, and I think we can do an R movie about the wedding industry. I actually think comedies are more exhausting. To keep like pace all day, and that energy, I find that when I'm the day is done doing comedy, I want to go to bed, and when the day is done doing, you know, more drama, emotional work, I want to go out and have a drink. It's like I need more energy. Mm-hmm. It kind of, interesting.
Okay, well that's interesting though, because it's so exhausting, but you decided to take on an even bigger role when you did Bride Wars, because you also produced it.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Why?
But what made you want to do that?
Thing. Well, first of all, the script at the time, I got this great pitch. It was very R. That was the movie that I intended and tried to make. Was a very R-rated, irreverent story about the biggest industry for women. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I was like, there's a huge audience for this, and I think women are ready to can make fun of ourselves, like, you know, guys in Wedding Crashers, and I think we can do an R movie about the wedding industry, and so I had these great writers, Casey and June, and they wrote the most hilarious rated R script. It was at Miramax until Miramax fell apart, and then it went to New Regency and Fox. And when it went to Fox, they were more concerned about the rated R and wanted to make it PG-13 at the time. And I was like, oh, come on, like, we're ready for R. But as it goes, you want to make your movies, and I just, my producing partner, Julie Orn, and I were just like, whatever is going to happen, we're going to make a movie that is for women, and we're going to make fun of this and have fun and give it life and love. And it's not a rom-com, it's actually a buddy comedy, and it's a love story about girlfriends. And so then we did it, but you know, it became sort of that thing of like demographic and the studio being a little nervous for it being ours, so it ended up getting more, well, you can't say shit, or you can't say this, like, guys, and before we knew it, we were at PG, but Julie Orn and I were still like, you know what, we're just gonna make the best out of this, and we had, you know, a big hit on our hands. It was fantastic, and it was meaningful, and our director, Gary Winnick, who's no longer with us, was wonderful, and you know, we made it work.
It still feels quite unusual to have two females leading a film. Like looking at the, you know, the awards season this year, I can't really name another.
No, still got a ways to go.
Do you think that's true? Do you think it's got better? Do you still see that that's an unusual thing to do?
I don't like these questions because I'm so honest. Yeah, I think we got a long ways to go. I really do. And I think women, you know, I think we as a community, and I think all of my peers and women who've come and like paved the way for us to be producers and develop our own projects. But I think we're all on the same page with this pretty much, is if we're not making it happen, it doesn't usually happen. And that, you know, every once in a while it does, because a woman's making it happen. And there's an appetite for it and space for it. But I think I look forward to the bigger space. I mean, Wonder Woman, you've got the Captain like Marvel is wrapping their arms around women. You have the Hunger Games, like the Hunger Games. Like I think that it's happening, but like the two, you know, the two women comedy, it's rare.